So sticking with our programs going on these out-of-country trips, our men's basketball team went out of the country visiting Costa Rica. What do these kinds of trips do for the athletes, and what do you hope that they get out of it?
I mean, it's an outstanding experience. I mean, talk all the time about providing student athletes with the opportunity to experience things they wouldn't normally experience through the context of sport. A lot of our student athletes are first-generation college students. A lot of the student athletes have not been outside of the country, similar to our demographic of the entire university. So being able to provide our student athletes with these experiences to travel abroad, to play games, of course, respective competition, but also to get a sense of the environment and the culture, and then also to give back through community service. I think it's an outstanding opportunity to provide the student athletes that if it wasn't for sports, they may not experience, at least now anyway. Maybe later on in their lives, but right now, we're providing that opportunity for them.
Yep, that's a great experience for sure.
So, earlier on you were mentioning about hiring new coaches.
Yes.
Would you tell us a little bit about them, as well as Hank Lewis, who will be joining us?
Yeah, Hank Lewis is our new head men's soccer coach. He was an assistant coach at Air Force, an assistant at Colorado School of Mines. He's very well respected in the coaching community. High character individual. I think he'll make an immediate impact with the team. We're all excited about what he's going to do this upcoming season. And then in cross country, we hired Nick Lara. Most recently, he was the head men's and women's cross-country track and field coach at Johnson Wales University. He's a highly decorated former student athlete from Adams State. I think, again, similar to Hank, he's very well regarded within the coaching community. And again, he's going to be an outstanding asset to an already very strong program.
Awesome. Another question for you, Anthony. So when you're hiring new coaches, what are some things that you look at when you're going over the candidates? Like, what are some qualities that you like to see from them that make them stand out from the rest?
Yeah, it's when you're building an athletic program and you're hiring people, what I look at first and foremost is, are they a good person? Everything starts from there. High character, high quality individuals. And then you look at, what their record is, what their pedigree is. Do they have a sense of an appreciation for developing the entire student athlete? Obviously we want coaches that have a history of success and want to come in and win, but wanting to do it the right way. That's so important. We can have coaches that have the resume and those type of things and have a significant winning percentage, but if the character isn't there, if they're not the right fit for this department and not going to help us move forward as a department, then I'll take the high character person that has maybe less of an impressive resume every day of the week.
Couldn't agree more. That's a really good point. Yep, always about being a good person.
That's great. So you do have a lot of expectations for coaches.
Yes.
Now let's talk a little bit about the students, the athletes who go every day to class and also have to go into games. What are your expectations for them?
First and foremost, the student athletes. So just as the name would indicate, coming here, student first. Get an education, put yourself in a position to graduate with a degree that's going to set you up for your future. Doing that within the context of sport. So where the athlete piece comes in, you obviously have to be dedicated to being successful. You want to be able to put the work in. You have to be committed to the core values and direction of not only the university, but the athletic department and the program. But in terms of what we're looking for as a student athlete, it is what the name says it is. Student first, then athletic second.
So you talked about what it takes to be a Roadrunner, and a lot of that works in conjunction with the culture you built for the athletic department. How are you feeling about that culture coming into the 2019-2020 season?
I'm really excited about the culture. And as I talked to you before when you asked me what I look for in head coaches, it's about, having the right people in the right places. And when you have that, you can accomplish significant things. I'm looking at my coaching staff right now, and I'm really excited about what they can do this year. We have a number of our newer head coaches that are starting their third year. Typically, when you're evaluating a program and you're seeing progression, usually you see that progression in that third year. Our coaches are excited. They're ready to go. Everybody feels good and optimistic, and I think that sets the tone for the year. And I'm expecting some big things from our coaches and our student athletes.
That's
Awesome.
great. So let's not make your day longer, because we know you are going.
Headed off to the Broncos.
I got a Broncos game to see.
Yeah, gotta get there.
Yeah,
man.
that's great.
Yeah.
So before we let you go,
Sure.
we have one last thing. So the home for our volleyball team will be hosting the 2019 Division II National Championship. So how you and your staff are preparing us for that?
Yeah, it's we're preparing in a number of different ways, but first and foremost is the facility renovation in the PE building. Now, there were some things that needed to be taken care of from an ADA compliance standpoint, our bleachers, our locker rooms, and things like that. And we're very fortunate that the university has provided that support to meet the needs of the student population and those that visit campus. But it's perfect timing for preparation for the volleyball national championships. As an athletic department, our volleyball program is extremely successful. 19 straight years going to the NCAA tournament. We're obviously hopeful that we can make a run and hopefully get into the national championships on our own facility. But we've had a lot of practice in hosting NCAA national tournaments. As I mentioned, just got finished with year one of the softball national championship. We're going to have that. We're going to take off this coming year, then have it for 2 consecutive years after that. We've hosted NCAA cross country regionals, and now with the volleyball national championship, we're more than prepared and ready to take on hosting an event to that caliber. And it'll be a good opportunity to profile not only our athletic programs but also our university.
Awesome.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah.
Enough. Yeah, I'm over it.
We shouldn't need commercials to tell you we're powerful.
No thanks. Genders don't play sports. Athletes do.
I'm Kay van Heiningen, junior court for the men's basketball team.
So here's Stoudemeyer. That one is vehemently rejected by Kane Van Heiningen.
And you're watching the Coach's Corner. Get ready.
Welcome back. And before we talk with Coach Chao, we want to make sure you know what's going on here on the Tivoli Tap House. So mark those calendars for September 6th, when the Tap House will be hosting their 4th anniversary party from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's absolutely free and open to the public. There will be live music, a listing holding competition, food, and exclusive release from the Tivoli Brewing Company. Make sure to visit the TivoliBrewingCo.com for more information. It's going to be a great time, and you don't want to miss any of it. I mean, with the food part, you already know it's going to be good.
Yeah. Of course, always.
So now we say hello to the head coach for the women's soccer team, and Tracy Chao. So, Chao, so glad you're here with us.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's good to see you, Hector and Coltin. Good to see you guys.
Great. So, how was your summer? So how was your summer, first of all?
It was good. It's always quick, which is good and means that season's coming around the corner. So, it's a little bit relaxing, but a little preparation work and making sure that we're ready and set to go. for the fall. So it was good. It was fun.
Okay, so you said you're ready next for the fall, right?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that? Tell us a little bit.
Yeah. No, it definitely ready. You know, we just started preseason on Wednesday, and so, you know, the last few days of 2-a-days and a 1-a-day. So school started today, so we're back into a normal rhythm. But yeah, we're ready to go. It's a short preseason, but it's been a good one so far. So excited for the next couple weeks before we actually open up.
That's great.
Awesome. The big question that all the women's soccer fans may have is who's going to score the most goals this season?
You want to start waging? No, we just can't. We can't do that. Alex Pappas would. Don't bet on it. No, it'll be good to see. I think we have a lot of really strong front runners to be able to that can finish. You know, and last year we had Raina Banks, which is awesome. Obviously, she's going to be missed big time in terms of not just her ability to score, but her leadership and her personality. But this year we've got some really strong returners that I think will step up.
Awesome. Yeah, sounds like you got a bunch of options.
Yeah.
So should be set
options
to go.
are good.
Yes.
Depth is good, you know, options. So we like, you know, the more the merrier.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're more the merrier, but there's not many captains, is there? So you already have announced them, have you?
Yes. Yeah,
Great.
we did.
So tell us a little bit about them and what are your expectations for them off and on the field?
Absolutely. So Erica Torres was voted captain again this year. She's goalkeeper for us. She's a senior from Bakersfield. Just honestly, just who she is as a person and how she takes care of her teammates, how she takes care of herself, what the program means to her. It's really cool to see. She just is ultimately the ultimate team player. Everything is above and beyond for the program. So I would classify her as one of the most selfless people on our team. She's the first one to help the freshmen out as a senior, which is really unusual. So her leadership in terms of what she does off the field is just as important as what she'll do on the field. Her presence on the field, again, just coming into another year, just more confident, ready to go, healthy, fit. Excited to see her play.
Awesome.
And then, you know, we have Brooklyn Mooney, who I touched about a little bit earlier, but transfer, who came in, was her first season with us last year, but local kid from Broomfield, Colorado. Started her first 2 seasons at Wyoming and is a senior now, but just her ability on the field, she's the lead by example. She's the one that's really orchestrating everything that we're doing in the midfield. It's just really fun to watch. Hard. Don't want to get stuck in a tackle with her. She's not the biggest player, but she'll come at you pretty hard. But she's going to be the ones that are going to be creating and assisting and scoring a lot of goals for us. McKenna Broussard is another senior from Thornton, Colorado. She's going to be another player for us that's going to come back and hold down the back line as well. And then that leads me to Jordan Lewis, who is also another captain who is a junior from Bakersfield. So her and McKenna are definitely 2 major players for us in the back line, but all amazing people. I think their qualities and who they are and how they're going to lead the team is going to be really fun to watch.
Good. So you had your presentation game yesterday. Your squad took Laramie County Community College in Cheyenne, Wyoming. How did things go for you?
It went well. You know, it's first of all, you go on an away place and you deal with a little bit of adversity in terms of just being at an opponent's home field. So they're on grass. We obviously play on turf. So adjusting to the surface. The wind was a little bit tough as well. If anybody's been to Wyoming, it's not the calmest of conditions. Corner flags and everything were bending about 45 degrees. So having some factors to go into, and it being our first time playing against somebody other than ourselves. So there's a lot of different things that play into that. But I'll tell you, we scored 2 fantastic goals. Brooklyn scored a hammer from 20, 25 yards out, just driven right into the near post. And then Paloma scored a great ball off of a Yaya serve, off a volley on the back post. So we had 2 great goals in the first half, and kept the shutout. So we kept a clean sheet and scored 2 great goals. A lot of good things, a lot of things to continue to build on. You know, we're not exactly where we need to be yet, but every time if we can step out on the field and get a little bit better, that's what we're working on. So our marginal gains is what we're talking about.
Great. So, Coach, you have the luxury of getting the first Roadrunners trivia question.
Oh, my goodness. I know.
2020 season. So your buddy, Jenny Glenn, I'm pretty sure you recall.
She's not my buddy when we're doing trivia. We're enemies.
So it should motivate you, right?
Yeah.
Get you started. Get you. All right. So, okay, Coach.
Okay.
We know that Erica Torres is on the verge of breaking some goalkeeper records this season. So let's see what you know
Okay.
on that front. So here's the question. Erica is second all-time in career saves with 223. Who is number one in Roadrunners history in career saves? So I'm going to give you 3 options.
Oh, I love this.
Okay.
Multiple choice.
Yeah.
Good job,
Great.
Lansing.
So option number A is a Rachel Zielner. Is it B, Shelly McCowart? Or is it C, Becca Meloni?
I'm going to go with A. Zollner. Is that right? Dang it. Shoot.
No, it's,
Son of a gun.
it's actually option B.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Dang
Shelly
it.
McCowart.
oh, my
Okay.
bad. I'll have to send an apology letter to the alum that
That's all right. That's all right. Okay, Coach. We actually give you a bonus point. Okay, so you could say it's a rescue.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
Coach,
here's
so
what-
you have a chance to earn your point
Oh, okay,
back here,
redemption,
all right?
okay,
So
all right.
It's redemption time for you. So how many saves did Shelly McCourt have? And if you're close, we'll give you the point.
Oh, man. 245.
Okay. The answer,
325.
325. Close, but
Not close enough.
the answer is 354 saves.
325 was pretty close. 325.
It's,
I'm gonna go to the judges table about this one later. I'll put in my my card for that one, but we'll see. Okay. All right. Next time, guys. Next time.
You were close. You were close. Next time. Best luck. Well, it was always a pleasure to
Yeah.
have you here with
Thanks,
us.
Hector.
Yeah,
Very
thank
good
you
to
so
see
much.
it. Yeah. Thank you.
Great. So we're gonna bringing Hank Lois to the men's soccer coach for the Roadrunners program, and we're gonna take a little break. So we'll be back.
In the heart of the city, Metropolitan State University of Denver is holding the line on the American dream. Our students come from every background and experience. They are tenacious, purposeful, entrepreneurial. They choose the highest quality and best value in Colorado higher education, and they choose their own roads for more than 70 undergrad and graduate degrees. Relevant, hands-on, and affordable education. Discover your road to success at msudenver.edu.
Let's go!
Watch out and in! The Roadrunners have responded.
Kendall McIntosh throwing it down.
So now joining us is Hank Lois, the new men's soccer head coach for the Roadrunners program. Coach, congrats on the new job, and thanks for being here with us today.
Well, thank you.
How's
Very
it been
glad
your
to be
summer?
here.
Tell us.
It's been a busy summer. I mean, summer is always a recruiting season, but it was great to have the end of the summer capped off by joining the Roadrunner family. It's been great.
That's great.
Yeah.
So soccer. I'm personally a big fan of soccer. What's your big inspiration for soccer? What keeps you going every day?
Well, I guess for college soccer, it's getting the chance to transform lives through the sport. But as far as just soccer in general, it's just a no-brainer. It's the world sport. It looks beautiful. It's fluid. I love all kinds of sports, but I love the fact that when you blow the whistle, it's truly a player's game. The whistle doesn't stop. The time doesn't stop. Players get to be creative and do their thing. So if I've done my job right during the week, they get their chance to show and do their thing during the weekend.
That's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, Coach, quick question. We all know that Colorado Mines has had some impressive teams in the last decade or so. What are some things that you learned from that program and that you're kind of trying to implement here, or some things that you got out of that you're bringing over to here to Metro?
Well, I think having coached all 3 divisions, I first learned that the RMAC is one of the toughest conferences in the country, regardless of division. And I would learn that at Mines, because of where we're located, because of altitude, because of how it's hard to recruit to Colorado, you really have to do a lot with what you have. But some of the things I brought from there, I think, were just work ethic, and connecting up excellence in what you do in the classroom to what you do on the field. I mean, they're engineers, but here we have so many, a wide range of majors. So I learned just that great tying of academic to athletics. And I guess there I like the idea that you have a mix of Colorado kids and international kids, and it's the same thing here. Yeah. So I'm liking that blend. You know, I was just at Air Force where I loved that experience, but at Air Force, that's only for American citizens, U.S. citizens, because it's the U.S. Air Force Academy. So getting a chance to come back and truly coach the world sport to world players and Coloradans, I love it.
I could totally understand that because I grew up playing sports, and just having a little bit of team diversity always brings good team chemistry. So
love it, love it.
Can totally agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what were the first thing that you told our soccer players once you got them all together? You know, what was that like?
Well, we joked for a minute because the last time I thought about Metro State University of Denver was when they knocked Mines out of the RMAC tournament first round in 2016. No, this is going to be interesting because I'm very closely tied to Mines, but it's going to be kind of like getting in a scrap with your older brother. You know, I love you, but hey, I want to knock you down. So they were excited about that. But more than that, because I'm from Denver, I was excited because I knew about Metro before coming here. And this school means a lot to Denver. It means a lot to Colorado. And for some of my family members who have gone here, the chance to be here and represent this university in this way, I told those guys I'm really excited about that part too, not just on the field, but beyond.
That's great. That's great.
Awesome. Yeah, I was even going to say it's probably a different transition coming from Golden and down to Denver, right?
A little bit. I mean, I moved out to Golden from, Cap Hill, but my parents live, in Park Hill. I have a family that live in 5 Points and Whittier. So my family's been here a long time. So I kind of know Denver from east side of downtown. And I love Golden, but I also love downtown Denver. It's exciting.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What kind of soccer fans, what can soccer fans expect from the team?
Well, already the team has some exciting players. We're a great dynamic attacking team. So I hope to put even a few more goals in for each time we go forward. But even Sunday, we played Laramie County Community College, and I think you saw a flair on the field. It's going to be entertaining, but we're also going to have a work ethic. So this year our theme is rise and fight. So we're going to kind of rise our level, but we're always going to be able to fight and fight with class. And I think you're going to see kind of a blend of what's stylish, what's flavorful. It's going to allow international players to showcase what they do, but also you're going to see a hard-working team.
Great. So we know that you're getting just used to our men's soccer players. Is there anyone who stands out who could be perhaps captain?
Well, right now we have two captains, and I think it's a great example of what world soccer is about. We have Yannick Schad, who's a German, who's a senior, and then we have Danny Batista, who is from North High School, right here in Denver. And I think it's a great representation. They're both great players. They're both leaders on the field. So their seniors are going to really run things well. So I really expected a lot out of them, and they represent MSU Denver really well.
That's great. That's great.
So you had a scrimmage against Laramie County Community College last week. How did that go for the team?
Well, it was just yesterday, and it was fantastic. I think we did a really good job. We have a smaller squad, but we played really well against them. And I think by the third, we played 3 30-minute segments of a scrimmage. And by that third segment, we were really running all over the park, and I think we really took it to them. So I saw a lot of things I liked and got a little slice of what we're going to look like this year.
Awesome. That's good to hear. I'm glad that it went good.
That's great. So, Coach, it was a great pleasure to have you with us. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm really happy to be here.
Thanks, Coach.
Take care,
Appreciate
guys.
it.
All right.